Hi, this is an early preview of Convesio's new MCP, and I'm really excited about this because one of the big thoughts that we've had over the last few months is everyone wants to use their own AI tool. And so we want to empower users to be able to do complicated things on their WordPress site by using whatever AI tool that they feel they're most comfortable with. So this is an example of Claude connected to our new MCP. Now with this, I can do a lot of things. We're going to be expanding the things that you can do, but currently we can do things like ask Claude to check our logs and tell us if there's any errors. And it can grab your log data for your site, and it can analyze it and report back to you all sorts of interesting information, like a high volume of 404s. No real errors, the site's running clean. Then I wanted it to look at my load balancer logs for the last 24 hours and build a dashboard for me that shows device type, hourly access trends, and cache hit ratios. And so it basically did all of that and produced this dashboard for me. And so we can see that total requests, unique visitors. Now, when we think about this, like we could ask this a question: how many people access this particular page? Give me an hourly chart for that one page. So while we're producing really nice aggregated dashboards for you inside of our application, this gives you the ability to customize all of that data and show it specifically. If you have a problem, you want to do a report about low cache hit ratio on a site, which apparently mine has, you could do that with this. You could present that. If it's if you're an agency and you want to produce that for your client, you can do it. If it's an internal tool and you just need to know how to fix things, you can get that information and insight in our MCP directly hooked up to your site's analytics and your site log files. Another thing that we can do is in the back end of Convesio, if you're on our Express or Ultra plans, we actually have a very powerful APM system that is similar to New Relic. And what you can do is you can run APM on your site for a period of time. And, in this case, I said run APM for 5 minutes and analyze my performance. And you can see here, based on the response, that we can actually have AI run all of those traces and then develop a dashboard for us based on this. So I can see the average response time by my pages, database queries, performance summary. I can look at the page life cycle, the stage setup, head and queue, plugins loaded. It gives me some information, and then I can see all of my traces here. Now, what's nice about this is if you have a complicated site, which my blog is not, you can actually get some very rich information on performance and plugins and all of the stuff that's going on internally in your site that used to be hard to get to. So you can now have AI run this for you. Now, this is just a few of the things you can do, but they're some of the most powerful. I'll give you a couple other ideas. You can ask how much disk usage you have on a site. You can, of course, query how many sites are in your account. You could have this pull all the sites in your account and build a custom dashboard with all of this information that you want. You can access firewall metrics and information through the MCP. You can access all of your aggregated reporting and analytics from Convesio. And you can also get cache hit ratio reporting on it. And that's just a few of the things. And so we're really planning on expanding this, but this is just an early look. If we zoom out, our philosophy on this is that we want to empower users to be able to have access to infrastructure, logs, analytics and traffic data, and account data in Convesio. And if we think about the real power of this, some folks are going to ask, tell me what the most expensive thing on my last invoice was. But really, we want this to be used on your WordPress sites where you're looking at this going, give me a daily report every day, automated in Claude or Cowork, where you can tell me how did my site perform in the last 24 hours. It's things like that, and it's also troubleshooting where you know you might have had a problem on a site, but you're not exactly sure all of the pieces of data that you need. Now at your fingertips, you can have log file data, you can have APM data, and so that's a really exciting prospect, and we're giving it to you in the context of AI, so you can ask it any question, and it's really easy to use. So I hope that you will keep an eye out for this when we launch this. If you're interested, send support an email, and we'll put you on the early access list. Thanks.